and welcome to Gender Balancing right here on CTV, your number one online platform. I'm Samuel Okata, your host on the show today. Gender Balancing, it's a program where we bring and discuss on board gender-sensitive issues, but we also talk about controversial issues as well, and we share our opinion on these issues as it affects us gender-wise. On this beautiful note, I welcome you all to the program Gender Balancing. Well, we have an interesting post we would like to discuss or bring to you all to your so that you all can also see what we'll be talking about as the show goes on. But this and much more will be after this break. So let's go on the break, and then when we come back, we'll be sharing with you all what we have on today's program. Please stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still Gender Balancing on CTV. As usual, I am Samuel Okata, your host on the show today. Of course, I am not just the one on set. I am also being joined by my co-host in person of Funke.
Yes.
Funke, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're looking so calm.
I've always been calm.
You've always been calm. That's nice. Well, we have a very interesting post that we would like to discuss today, and we would like to share it with our viewers so that they can as well see what we've got for them. Okay. Very quickly, I would like to read the post and then we react on them as usual, react on it as usual. The post says, I just got married. I am presently pregnant. My husband called his dad to tell him, and since then, it has been war from one problem to another. His father said I should come to their house and leave my husband's house. When I asked the reason for that, my husband couldn't say anything, just saying, I later called my father-in-law to tell him that I would be more comfortable in my husband's house and that I won't be able to catch up with my work from their end. She continued, he said I should pick one and that I have to be in his house till I give birth, because he has to monitor some things which he didn't specify. My mother-in-law is late, although he has a new wife now and with whom I am not yet free with. Baba has been acting up since then. He stopped picking my calls, and my husband has also been acting up. He stopped caring and hasn't been coming home regularly. Please advise what I can do. That is the end of this post, as she actually put it. But then, before we look at the comment section, because of course this is a very emotional, post, and is also trailing a lot of reactions and counter reactions. But then, before we look at the comment section, what exactly do you portray about this post? Because I say ladies first, so let me sample your opinion.
Okay, when it comes to this post, I'll say it's very huge.
Okay.
Because the story is overwhelming.
Yeah, it is.
For a father-in-law to ask her to come over to his side, there's a motive behind it. It's not just an ordinary feeling that, okay, I want my daughter-in-law to be around. Okay. He has a wife, he has other children. So what is she going there to do? Moreover, her husband knows about it and is not saying anything. It's even short of words, like he does not want to comment or make any comment on that. So I believe there is a motive. And even the motive is not something good, I'm very sure. It's a very bad one. Because why would you say your pregnant daughter-in-law should be in your place? Like, it's a must, like it is compulsory against her own wish. So it's not making any sense at all.
Okay. Well, your opinion is quite similar to mine because, of course, I would want to ask: are you the woman here? What
I don't
exactly do you
understand.
want
What's
to
your
monitor?
business? What do you want to do?
What do you understand about pregnancy? You're
What
not
do
a
you want to
woman.
do?
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
it-
He has
it-
a motive behind this.
yes.
And his son is also involved. They are in this together.
So that singular statement he made has a lot of undertone to it.
Yes,
In
yes,
fact,
yes, yes.
legal practitioners will say that statement is pregnant. You know, and the English people will also say that there is more than meets the eyes. Now, looking at all of these expressions I've made goes to show that that statement alone is not just ordinary. What
Yes, it's
exactly
not
do
ordinary.
you want to see?
What we
in
should
the
be doing in your
pregnancy?
house?
First of all, yes. What? Okay.
Like
No,
he made it compulsory, like you must come over to my house. You must start living with
I
me.
mean, it's a
What's
whole
her
lot.
job in his house?
It's a whole lot.
Because she has no business with him.
You are
So I
not
see no reason why she's going there.
you are not even a woman, so as to say, okay, you can perfectly monitor the pregnancy of
Exactly.
this baby to the point where she's going to be giving birth.
And his biological
And-
mother is also dead. So what is she looking for?
And you are not the husband who has a say. If you are the husband, we would say that, well, it's your husband, obey him first.
Yes.
Then maybe subsequently he could give you reasons why he wants you to be there. But you are
They
not
are
the
both
husband.
involved.
And again, the husband is not even speaking.
He's not saying
So-
anything.
You are leaving us confused. The lady is even confused. The lady does not even know why you want her in your house.
That's what I'm
What is
saying.
she
Even
gonna
the
be
husband is
doing?
speechless. Like,
What
doesn't
is
know
she
what
going
to
to be
say.
doing aside from every other difficulties the lady will be having, considering the
Yes.
fact that her place of work is not even close to the father's house,
yes,
what
the
except
distance.
so a whole lot of issues here. That's the reason I feel for us to be able to perfectly give our own opinion on this matter, we need to also get a more clarification on this, or
Yes.
better still, hear from both sides. Okay, she has narrated what her experience is. Let's even get to know from the husband.
The
or
husband
from
is
the
not even willing
father-
to talk.
From the father, what is your reason for this decision?
Yes.
Then you as
What's
the
the reason
husband,
behind this?
you as the husband who owns this woman legally, what are you saying concerning this?
No, he's dumbfounded. He doesn't know what to say.
So it's really
But to me, I think he's not dumbfounded. They have a motive behind it.
Yes,
So they are
which-
both involved in
which-
it.
which-
That's why he decided to keep quiet.
which they know that is not going to make any sense to the lady if they divulge that information.
Yes, if she know about
Yeah,
it, she will
so-
run for her life. Because this
Exactly.
thing is not
Exactly.
ordinary.
And it's looking fetish.
Very fetish.
So I don't want to say this on air, but when you are not being explicit enough to tell someone this is the
Yes.
reason I want you in my house, and your husband is saying yes, it's going to be for your own benefit, you're not saying anything regarding that. You're only just painting a dark picture about what you're doing. And of course, for me, I would tell the lady, stay in your husband's house.
It's
So
not
that-
even safe for her to stay in her husband's house at this point.
And again, if you remember down to the end of the post,
He's giving attitude because she's not going to his
You see
father's
now,
place.
you see
So
now.
that's what I'm saying. He's
He's
screaming
not even-
fetish.
he's not even
They are both
returning-
involved.
the man
They
is
have
not
a
even-
motive behind it.
The man is not even returning home
Exactly.
regularly as he used to. So what is behind all of this is what we can't tell. Even the lady herself is not even clear. But let's see what comments are saying. Maybe it will give us a little more insight as regards the whole drama.
Okay, someone here is saying, don't go anywhere. Or better still, go to your father's house and have your baby. Your father-in-law and your husband are planning something behind you. And that might not be like what you expect. May God keep you and your baby safe. This person is actually factual.
You see? And it's even towing towards the line I said, it's fetish, it's diabolic. Because if they have good intentions, they would have told you this is the reason we want you to come to our father.
Exactly,
your
but they cannot
father-in-law's
say
place.
anything.
Nobody's
They are keeping
saying
quiet.
anything. I mean, is the father-in-law also the husband?
I don't know.
Maybe they are both marrying her at the same time.
I don't know what their
Because I've
problem
never
is.
seen that. What other comments do
Someone
you
is saying, tell your own father, like you should tell our own father to call the father-in-law to know the reason you must be there. You should also ask him if he will take responsibility if anything should happen to you.
Exactly. And this leaves me, dumbfounded because I'm trying to ask, is this lady's father still alive? Because of
She
course,
did not state anything here, so we don't know.
because there is no picture, there is no feeling as to you involving your own family into this. You're only talking
She's
about
just
your
she's just taking it
mother-in-law.
by herself.
Exactly. You're talking about your mother-in-law who is not even alive. You're talking about your father-in-law who is alive, who is demanding that you come. You're
And
also
your husband
talking
has good
about
attitude.
you're talking about your stepmother now, who
Yes.
is also not in good terms with you. Why are you
You.
not talking about your own family so that we'll know if
I think
your
she's not
family-
involving them, or probably she has not involved them.
What I'm even saying is, if you're not involving them, what is the reason why you're not involving them? Your parents should be aware.
Yes.
Because he has brought his father in when he's not supposed
Definitely,
to
her
bring
life
his
is
father
in danger.
in. You see now, so they too need to be aware should anything funny happens, so that it won't look like all of these dramas were playing out and you didn't involve us.
Exactly.
What other comments?
So someone is saying this is so suspicious. If you must leave your husband's house, please go to your family house.
You see now, it's even safer.
That's what I'm saying. She should just go back to her family's
see?
house.
Then why is
Even
she
stay
not
with the
doing
husband
that?
is not safe for her.
You see, because if your father-in-law came up with this decision, your husband,
And your husband is not against it.
Your husband should have even introduced that to you in the first place. And you know what?
Okay, whenever you get pregnant, this
at
is what
this
happens in our
stage, you
family.
go back to my family's place for this and that. Your husband didn't say any of that. You only heard it first from. No, there's something behind that.
Definitely. Someone said better run to your parents' house. So what does he want to check? Is he a nurse or a midwife? It's giving ritualistic vibes.
You see now, ritualistic. That vibe is just too obvious, and I said it that
sincerely.
is really fetish. You know, what other post or comment?
Okay, so this person is saying, please inform your parents and siblings about this before it gets worse. Don't hide any information from your family. Tell them everything. And if you want to leave your husband's house, go back to your family and not his father's house.
That's the safest place to go at this point. And until clarifications are made, you shouldn't come back.
Exactly. Just stay your father's house and never return.
Please. Is there any other one?
I think there's one more.
Okay.
But most of them are just saying the same thing. More like our advice is not to go to your father-in-law's house. If your husband is not coming back home regularly, pick some of your clothes and go to your family house.
And in fact, even after doing that, they should call for a meeting and say, if you're no longer interested in this relationship,
just tell us.
Let's call it off.
Exactly.
Because you cannot be staying away from me and staying away from your home. Your father cannot be making this kind of demand and you're not saying anything. I want to understand what is going on. I want to know where I am at the moment. So if a meeting is held and things of that nature is not clarified, please, they should just either go on separation, because I wouldn't say on air that they should divorce.
Definitely.
Divorce is not the way out on this situation. Separation should be the way out, so that when his head is straight and they are coming up with clear terms or clear intentions, then she can now know where she stands. I think that's all, right?
Yes, that's all we have.
Anyway, she's calling for advice. She has every advice she needs
from the comment section from
this
show.
So we've just given you our own feel about this situation. You can also check comments in the comment section to also gather as many as you can and make an informed decision. Your life at this point is at stake. Your baby's life is at stake, and I don't think your relationship is even wholesome at this point. It's toxic. So you just have to make the right decision based on all of this advice you're getting and move on. I think that's all we can say on this post for now. Well, we hope you really enjoyed everything that we've shared with you, including the post, including our comments or opinion, and also the advice of netizens, those who use the online platforms. These are all we have for you today. Join us same time next week, or maybe before next week, when we'll be having another interesting post like this, and of course we'll be sharing with you our own suggestions or opinion. Till we come your way some other time, I remain your host, Samuel Okata.
And Ademi Funke, host.
Alright, so bye for now.
Bye.